trolling message boards and government page shills.
Now, the funny part was I was so attacked at the time, 2018. I had to backtrack the tweet and delete it. And
wow, I was so attacked that I just had to cowardly. Why would you put your foot down and go, yeah, y'all attacked me, but I still believe I'm in the right?
Well, this just shows that y'all are really shills because you're getting so defensive. Something, anything other than all.
Whoops, sorry. I deleting. Sorry, everyone. I worded that wrong.
Basically, I was like, listen, the reason that I really worded it that way was because I was on a vacation in Seattle that wasn't working out.
Wow. Oh, and now he's excusing how poorly he worded the tweet when he was just talking about this is the paraphrased tweet, and I was right about it. So, do you think you just worded it in a poor way, but you were still correct in the messaging? Or do you believe that you were wrong?
And I was kind of depressed about things that were going bad. And so I worded it in a way that was kind of not really offensive, but kind of like an attacking way towards people. And if I really want to say, I should instead of
you lashed out because you had a bad day on your vacation,
staycation, and you lashed out on thousands of people, all with their own fan base, and just like nothing's wrong here.
All with their own reasonings for accepting the deal. Their whole. You don't know what's going on. What if somebody in a poor financial situation, an actual poor financial situation, like you feel, and they're just like, well, I just got to do this to, get some money.
What if somebody was looking forward to that game forever, legitimately?
And they legitimately had a good time. And they
were so happy that they just like, hey, I get an early copy. What about people like that?
No.
Hacking people. I should have said, well, guys, listen. I understand there's other people playing the games right now. That's one kind of content, but I'm going to do my own style on Friday when I'll be honest with you, come join Friday. If I just said it like that instead of attacking people and outright saying, hey, look, anyone who...
So his retraction tweet.
Let's see it.
So the public didn't like that I completely disapprove of anybody getting games early and getting early.
Phil, you did. You've done it several times.
And getting early views / profit always comes back to this.
You've done both. Phil, you've done both.
This has always been my opinion. But what I said earlier today was too broad / generalized. And I apologize. Not everyone is a shield, but those people do exist. I am currently on a break and not fully informed on the situation. Just read a concerned...
viewer, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Phil, you've done these things.
Yeah.
So...
And he said that in his retraction tweet, he was like, hey, I was depressed. Sorry. There was none of that.
Nope. I had a bad day and I just lashed out at everybody because of my situation.
That's not what it was at all.
Who's playing this game early is a paid shill. So fuck all them. Come watch me on Friday. Then people probably wouldn't have been offended, right? But people were offended because of the way...
No, people weren't offended. They were irritated that you called out everybody as a paid shield.
Blanket. Just, all y'all paid shields. What's the problem? It's true. That's the problem. It's not how you worded it. It's the fact it's the words themselves.
But people were offended because of the way I said it. And I apologized for it, and I deleted the tweet. I was still right. Like, the thing is, after that week, 2 weeks had passed, and everyone saw State of Decay 2 was a piece of shit. And literally, people had bought the game as a result of seeing those advanced streams.
Who bought the game? Do you have anybody polled? Do you have anybody that did buy the game because of those streams go, yeah, the creator told me to buy it because he said it was good.
And now I am disappointed because I listened to everything that this person says.
Or did they watch the stream, go, hey, this looks kind of fun, and buy it themselves?
No, there will always be those.
Or look kind of shit.
There will always be those people that are just like, hey, entertainer that I like, and they'll go.
Of course, people are buying farts in a jar. Like,
but again, the number is so low that it's not even worth talking about, really, Phil. You got no before and after, like, pre-sales, pre-orders, or anything. He's just talking like, hey, I was right. They were wrong. Everybody hated it.
That basically made the game look good because the people were not allowed to criticize the game because of a review embargo.
They weren't allowed to criticize or praise.
Yes.
All they did was play the game.
Show the game.
So
he's missing out that big part. It's just like, no, they just were. everything is so happy, and that's why they're shills, because they have nothing negative saying. I'm real, and I would say the negative stuff.
They weren't allowed to say positive or negative stuff.
I was right 100 bajillion%. There was nothing that I said was wrong, but everyone wanted to try to railroad me.
Phil.
Don't go back to the first initial tweet. Because, first off, you were not correct, because everyone that got the game early was
not a paid shield. Those playing State of Decay 2 a full week earlier are paid shields.
Okay, can I stop you right there?
Yep.
Anybody that does reviews, like games journalists, they're not streaming it, but they're playing it a week early. Are they paid shields? Or are they doing the job that they were hired to do?
Next sentence, 2 points. They are walking advertisements.
Okay. Walking advertisements, that's stupid, because that's more so like they're wearing the shirts and got the gaming chair, like Cyberpunk 2077, when they got all those gaming chairs and hats and shirts, and it was just like, Cyberpunk's gonna be amazing. That's a walking advertisement.
And I remember Phil talking about how one of his videos got struck, and he's just like, this is free promotion for the game. Is that not an advertisement?
Everybody is a walking advertisement the second they start streaming a game. Whether they're talking negatively or positively,
you're showcasing
showcasing and giving promotion to the game.
So let's just get that whole sentence again, because there's another part. They are walking advertisements, comma, not true gamers.
Not true gamers. Okay, then.
He was 1,000,000,000% right.
What constitutes a quote-unquote true gamer, Phil? Are people that play mobile games not true gamers?
Are the people that only play fighting games
not true gamers? Are the people that only play MOBAs not true gamers? Are the people that hop on trends of games but still enjoy every game they play not true gamers? What is a true gamer, Phil? 100%, bajillion% correct.
They are doing so solely for a paycheck.
You don't know why they did it. Some people love State of Decay 1, including yourself. So they're like, hey, I get State of Decay 2 early. Hey, this is gonna be awesome.
I'll be paying for the game and playing it this Friday, just like many of you, and my reactions will be legit as always, indicating that other people's reactions are not legit.
And that's also not 100 bajillion% true, because Phil has played up and played down his reactions to things. Never forget the epic rage of DuckTales. Never forget.
He was on full clown mode this pre-stream. He hit that in soundboard like 5 times.
So what are we talking about here, Phil? What was he even hitting the soundboard for?
Because he had a lot more people because of the whole Bethesda Xbox thing.
Boy, I got words for that.
I saw your tweet and I'm like, oh, Phil thinks the opposite.
He thinks it's a good thing?
Oh, he thinks it's an amazing thing.
That's terrible. No, you know why? Because he has Game Pass.
Yep. And he's just like, and what he was just talking about is, hey, this would just get Sony's butts in gear, and then they'll do their own Game Pass because PlayStation Plus isn't working. That's always his solution. Hey, this person is doing this thing. It's like YouTube and Twitter. Hey, not YouTube and Twitch. Mm-hmm. Hey, Twitch has these things. YouTube, just do that thing and you'll be just as good.
Yeah, that's a lot of gamers' mentality of like, when's the PlayStation competitor? People are already like, hey, PlayStation needs to buy up these studios to compete. Buy Square Enix, buy Sega, do all this type of stuff. And it's so ridiculous that people are applauding this because they're only looking at it from their perspective of an individual gamer and not the gaming industry as a whole, because they look at it like, hey, I now get a bunch of Activision Blizzard games included on my in Game Pass, whereas Sony now no longer gets those, but it doesn't matter to me because I don't have a PlayStation. But it hurts the industry as a whole if we're all just buying up big publishers. So Sony has EA, Ubisoft, Sega, and Square Enix, and Microsoft has Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard, all this EA and all this bullshit. So who wants this?
He addressed that.
What could he possibly? He's an idiot. So he played up his reactions for the people that were. Oh, and dude, did you hear him earlier? Just like, hey, if the rest of the year is like this first week, we're gonna have a lot of growth and it's gonna be amazing. Yeah. That's because he made so much money. Yes. The numbers actually went down. Like, I can't remember if it was Piece of Piece or somebody else or Memeology that showed his subscriber count. It actually went down. Goodness. But the growth, because he made a ton of money.
Yep. That's what he wants. That's what it's always about. I thought you were going to his new close-up border thing.
Oh, no. I don't know.
You didn't...
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. I don't know. What could this possibly be?
How do I find this?
So wait, he just...
You know how he closes up when he's like, no,
let me just think about this for a second. Maybe there's some... No!
Yes. Oh, I need to find
There
this.
is... Phil, the gear up and payoff is not funny.
He thinks it is, though. He thinks it is the best thing in the universe.
And you know what? It would be so much easier to do if he set up his Stream Deck. Because he wouldn't have to turn 45 degrees to the left.
Look down at it and... No, but he was just like, his whole thing is, oh no, I need a new computer first. I'm not trying to add and add drivers and crap like that to this computer.
You plug it in and you do some hotkeys.
Dude, he's too afraid to go from Windows 8.
He's still on Windows 8?
Yes. Never updated.
Phil is unbelievable.
You can probably just...
Yeah, I'll find it later.
I know it was for sure earlier in the stream, so I can just scan for it.
Let's see.
Right?
Pure grain alcohol. It's good.
So.
Perfect sip.
That was another time. Now, you know, again, many times these idiots try to do this to me over and over. They're morons, you know. Let's cancel Phil. But anyway,
it's not a cancellation, Phil.
No, let's cancel Phil. What was that?
That's just a brief history of people trying to cancel me on the internet over the 13 years.
And like you said, it just wasn't a cancellation.
It was a negative backlash, and those are not the same things, Phil. I got called out, so I was canceled.
I hate it.
Blip TV was a cancellation. Beyond that, no.
Just you doing stupid stuff.
Is you doing stupid stuff and people going, Phil, that was really stupid. My God, I canceled. Oh no. It looks like and Clarissa Explains It All.
It's horrific. I hate it.
What is the purpose?
I have no idea.
Dude,
he thinks it's funny.
Everything Phil asks you just like, I hate it.
It's because, it's adding nothing.
It's adding nothing of value.
It looks actively bad. It looks all jagged and red and blue. Is that like the colors that you would associate with Phil? And just the zoom in thing by itself is just bad.
Now he's just putting a big old sign on top of it, just like, hey, I'm doing the thing.
I hate it so much because I don't know if he thinks that it's funny. I don't know if he thinks that other people think that it's funny. It's neither.
I'm sure there's people in his current secret Discord that's like, dude, I love when you zoom in.
But every time?
Yeah.
And it's always foreshadowed.
There was not a time I didn't time somebody out that I didn't laugh. Every time. Sometimes.
No, but that was different circumstances. In the middle of somebody's sentences, saying something so innocuous and stupid, it was just like, no, that wasn't even worthy, but it was funny of it. He's just like, hey, Phil, do you think that you would drive a car shaped like a fish? Oh, well, let me think about that for a second. No! Every time. That's the entirety of the joke.
Yeah.
Or wrong. Either one. It's just, I hate it.
Many more times. Okay?
Phil, you named every time. There's not many more times.
He named one time, and that was the time.
Yeah, there was one time.
So all that going on, I see people much larger than me, much more successful than me.
That's what it is.
What does it
always about, Phil.
What does it matter if they're
success.
larger or more successful than you?
Much more viral.
People are people. People take things different ways. And hey, guess what? More eyes on you, fans. That's also more people that won't like you. So
Yep,
that's more detractors.
So whatever you're getting, Phil, just imagine they're getting 5 times that.
just somebody like Lindsay Ellis or somebody, I don't know exactly if she ascribes to this. Let's just say somebody who's super big and just like, hey, women deserve equal rights, and they're like, feminist. It's like, well, I'm not exactly a feminist, and they just get all the labels.
That just happened in G4.
Yeah.
Literally just happened. Yeah. A lady, they were talking about something, and she just turned to the camera and just like, I want to talk about something, sexism and gaming. And they just went off for like a 3-minute rant. And now you see all these G4 woke, G4 ruined it so.
Yeah. And
off a 3-minute rant.
Yeah, you're going to get that. And then you're going to get the people who don't even really watch G4 or know about G4, but that just click on drama and they'll propagate that over and over. So yeah, you're just getting even more. Phil, you got a bunch of people who mean you no harm. And then
voice actors from Last of Us 2 getting death threats.
Oh, yeah.
Based off a
Crap
character
like
they played on a game.
people from Voltron. There was a new Voltron show a couple years back, and it was a big shipping war. And Josh Keaton, famous voice of Spider-Man, he was just like, hey, I support this ship. And they were just like, nope. And then he just went, I'm not going to talk about ships ever again, y'all. Because they just attacked him.
Wow.
Just straight up, just like, here's your address. We coming for you. You don't. People are nuts so cuckoo about that. So everybody gets it from all angles. You're not special.
Yeah, not everything is. It's not even your level. So what's your cancellation? I had a dumb tweet that was calling people shills. That people barely bring up now. I jerked off on stream, which people find to be a joke. I said Nazi jokes. The fact that you weren't completely canceled for that is a clap. What was one of the other? I don't remember the other ones he said, but like, what? This is how you don't plays were made.
Not for cancellation purposes.
It's comedic purposes, Phil. You have lived through minute issues compared to some of the other vitriol people get. Again, how many death threats have you gotten, Phil?
Legitimate, actionable ones. Now, there are things that he went through, the swatting,
terrible,
the bank account stuff,
the mall picture, creepy.
Yeah. But him going, they're calling my mom's house. I'm like, I don't exactly believe that, Phil.
Not even exactly. I do not believe it.
It's just like there's no way to prove this, and
how many people know where Kat worked? How many have called up and went, "Is Catherine there?"
I can't imagine too many.
I can't Now there was the dude that I don't know what happened there. There was the dude that went to go see Kat's sister and have sex with her. That was where I was like, y'all are doing too much.
People just do too much sometimes. But just the dumb Aquatil, hey, funny stuff, DSP, piece of piece, restreaming funny stuff. Hey, that's good stuff there.
Hey, watch Army, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The memeology, like, what are they doing?
Much more virally popular than me. Why? I couldn't tell you.
You're still mad about this? How about you watch what they do and figure out why they're more popular than you?
I don't think I've ever seen a single real Maximilian drama, because he's
there was one when he was quote unquote freestyling, just saying a bunch of words, and he made a mistake and said something that sounded like the N-word because his words fumbled. Beyond that, no. And people were like, Max has never done this before. He immediately apologized. Yeah. And this is clearly an accident. Let's move on.
He's a nice dude who has a lot of information about fighting games and stuff. He's entertaining. He's personable. All these things. Phil, that's a lot of stuff that you are not. That's a lot of stuff from my limited exposure of Maximilian that I can say about him that I cannot say about you.
Through a decade plus of consuming your content, Phil. Hourly per day, it has to be like 5 hours of your content per day consumed, and You're an awful person.
Really, really bad. Unapologetically.
Again, sometimes I watch the content these people put out and I shake my head like
You said you do not watch people's content. You don't have the time.
Now, he has said that he and Kat watch other people's playthroughs.
Hey, dude, that's
some
weird
weird
on its own.
cuck right there. I don't know what's going on there.
Career cuckold.
Something.
Because I stream games, Kat, why aren't you watching it? And then he'll go to her office and just watch her play Skyrim.
And just do weird, creepy, over-the-shoulder shots. And hey,
What are y'all doing?
What?
What are y'all? Dude, it's the weirdest relationship.
And and somebody asked him, hey, y'all play any games together? Like No A Way Out or It Takes Two? Like, no. They don't play games together. It's horrible.
Oh, Cat finished Judgment. You know, I couldn't watch her because I'm playing it myself on stream. What?
Play something together. Teach her some Street Fighter. But I have to assume that's his only barometer of other people's content. Is just what he passively watches with Kat sometimes.
Why wouldn't
we don't know.
Why wouldn't he do recordings video games with Kat? Because then he can moderate all comments that come in. So she wouldn't have to see it. So, you know, keep talking and no one explodes. Why won't they play that?
Something simple and easy and fun just to show off her personality because she's basically a piece of wet bread.
Dude, she is wooden.
So you would think that they would do something just simple like that. Make it a cat goal. In 400 members, point. We'll play a game that's recorded. Have some fun.
Yeah. We'll do a DSP tries it together or something. I don't know. But Jesus.
Is Skyrim co-op? Is there any way to...
I think there's a mod for it.
Yeah, just do that. Something. Go back to Animal Crossing and explore some worlds together. Something soft and simple.
Minecraft.
Nah.
No.
I have no fucking idea why anyone ever watched this, but that's my opinion. I'm one
Phil.
person.
Legitimately, I have no idea why the minuscule amount of people that like him.
Again, they feel down. You know what? It's
It
so
can't
weird.
just be
It
petty.
can't. It's so hard.
Not for 13 years.
It's
10
not-
years exactly, sorry.
It's not. It's not pity more so that they see themselves in it. But the thing that I find hard is that the new people cycle in, and it's the same type of person as old people cycle out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they just tag each other as they're heading out to you're taking over the mantle. You're gonna do great things, kid. All right, drop that 30K on Phil
Real quick. But if you were strolling through YouTube trying to find gameplay and you saw this, would you?
No.
Hang on. See what
And you know what? It hurts because back in the day, Phil was engaging. Even if you didn't find him entertaining, even if you didn't find him good, he was engaging because
He's
he was
handicapped by the
up.
chat.
He was up. He was constantly talking. He was raging. That's this people want. Now he's just like, oh, did you see that?
You got 5 seconds. Compassion Award. He kills himself.
Okay. A laugh. You got 5
A
seconds.
laugh. Quote.
You got 5 seconds, which was shown on screen. Compassion Award, which was shown on screen. He shoots himself, which is shown on screen. He simply describes what's on screen.
That's
Who sticks around for
super
this?
blind man.
He's got 233 likes. Why?
I couldn't even begin to tell you.
For what purpose? And again, it can't just be pity. I understand that there are people that pity him and would pity him enough to watch him consistently.
But how can you pity him if you're not willing to look at everything he's done? It'd be like pitying like Jeffrey Dahmer.
But you can say that he's a victim of his circumstances. He's only lashing out like this because of the trolls and what they've done to him.
He's a victim of his own circumstances. Because everything, 90% of this that Phil has railed against has been from Darkseid Phil. So, like, what do you want? I gotta hit it with them.
There's certainly many billions of other people on the planet who have different opinions than me that probably like certain stuff that I don't, right? There you go. And then I see that, like, I give up. I can't take it. People have spun it in a way where they're making me the villain. They're saying that I'm bad and my content is bad. And even though I have like over 1 million subs on YouTube and I'm still making hundreds of thousands of views a video and I'm still rolling in money, I can't take it anymore. I can't take the criticism. I can't take this. I can't take that.
They can't take the harassment.
Yes, it's the harassment.
It's not people going, your content is bad for these reasons. Here's what you should be doing to improve it. It's, you dumb bit. Why aren't you sucking it right now?
SJW stuff again? We're talking about the Jungle Book. But Phil, the Game Grumps got an entire subreddit that's the rant grumps against them. Just
legitimately just trying to find ways to either take them down or go, hey, they suck major balls.
They're not as funny as they used to, the JonTron thing. Game Grumps is one of the only like 3 or 4 people that I've ever seen get a "this is how you don't play." Proper "this is how you don't play" named and everything. And it don't bother them, Phil. So what exactly is his point? The other people up there, they've got millions of views and they're just throwing in the towels because they can't take it.
Because he thinks his harassment is way more than other people's. I've had over the past 10 years, I've had this and that.
Roll down the list.
Yep, the list of Jericho. just through the commercial break, just like, did this happen to me? Did this happen to me?
But then you gotta look at it like, this dude is a piece of garbage. Let's never forget.
He doesn't believe he's a piece of garbage.
But when he just goes, oh, by the way, Be Awesome One, I've got your name, I've got your IP, and I've got your address. And
so you're Be Awesome One.
And then later he just goes, oh yeah, Be Awesome One over there in England. Whenever I feel like taking a trip across the pond, I'll come and see you. It's like, Phil, you just threatening my man. You obviously not gonna do anything.
No, of course not. He a big pussy. Did you see his when he was calling up Triforce, just like, I'm gonna beat this out of you?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh my god.
What an internet gangster.
Oh, big tough guy.
A telephone tough guy.
And then he just kept spinning it back to somebody which is like, people don't like you. And he's like, what did I do that's negative for the community? He's like, no, people don't like you, Phil. It doesn't matter what things you did for the community. He's like, I've been helping people. I run tournaments. Like, people don't like you.
Yeah. People can appreciate the things you've done in the community while still not personally liking you.
You don't see it. He was clearly just plastered.
The stress. Oh, the stress got...
Phil, you're stressed out. You say this every day.
You
and now picture it 5 times because you have not even hit 200K yet. These people have over 1 million. Just picture 5 times of what you're getting for them.
He's constantly talking about, I can't sleep. I'm so worried about bills and stuff.
Constantly going to your local winery. There's no alleged there.
No, 0.
Constantly just like, please support, guys. I don't know how I'm going to pay bills and blah, blah, blah. What lack of empathy?
You can't just laugh at people's situations when you don't know what they're going through.
What a thing. I've said before, and you've been like, no, he's not. Phil might be a sociopath.
He might be.
He might be
on a lower level of it.
It might be, if I don't personally know you, I feel nothing for you.
Stress got to you, huh? The stress. Look at me. Look at my face.
Please don't zoom in, Phil.
Look at my face. Look at my face.
Hey, how did you know? How did you know he was gonna zoom in?
Because I thought of the hackiest thing that he could do at the moment.
Oh,
Now
you
that
did
I've
it.
haunted
Yeah, I know,
your
I just
nightmares
didn't
for the
wanna
rest
look.
of your life, the point I'm making is the stress, huh? No, here's the truth. I am actually very impressed with the fact that there's people out there who have put up with the shit similar to what I have and have not.
Similar to what I have.
I think he realized that he's coming off very poorly
I don't think he did.
and just went, all the stress, all these people and their millions of followers and views and they're just hanging it up. I think he realized like, hey, maybe people are going to send this to other people and I'm going to get attacked.
Hey,
So
let's watch the next 40 seconds or so and see if that's the direction he goes. Because you might be giving him too much credit.
Because with the crap that I've gone through over the years, man, you guys have no idea. You know what I tell you. You know what I'm saying? You know.
So Phil, you know what these people
Oh
tell you, but behind the scenes,
No.
but you're just laughing.
No. Phil, you don't see that.
What I make you aware of. All right? There is a whole other realm of shit. A whole dimension of stuff you got.
Okay, and you don't know theirs.
He doesn't realize it, and that's horrific.
So you really think he realized he was coming off bad?
I retract that statement.
Good. You gotta understand. If you're giving Phil
I give
even
him-
a Orange Cassidy thumbs up, you gotta realize that's not hitting.
I always give him too much credit because I'm like, he's a human. Basic empathy starts at this level. And then I just go, oh, crap.
He's
And he
crashed
always
down
just-
in it.
Always forget the my brother just passed thing.
Dude, that alone
There
should
is-
just always tell you.
There's no worse reaction to that. There's nothing worse that he could have said.
Oh, there was words. Yo, brother. Or something like-
outside of
outright-
that. Outside of outright antagonistic.
Yeah, just like, okay, you just want to take over the stream with your sadness, you
Yeah,
piece
you're
of
the king of suffering. Go bronze yourself. It's like, Phil.
And then that dude was doing an interview with someone else. He's just like, you know, my brother and I would always buy the newest Pokemon games. I buy one, he'd buy the other. And I'm just thinking that I'll never be able to trade with them again. Certain sights, certain smells will... And Phil's just like, oh,
Wow.
boo-hoo you!
And then he-
I can't feed myself!
And he goes, everybody in chat was talking about, hey, dude, stop making this about you. And then Tevin did a video where he went back to the chat logs and saw like 3 people saying that. And almost everybody else was just like, oh, that sucks, dude. How you holding up? Just got to make himself on top.
No idea is happening behind the scenes. Stuff people have done. You know, and some of this stuff has actually leaked through that you guys did hear about, for
Pause.
example.
So, you guys don't even know what's going on, except for the stuff you do know what's going on.
When Kat and I got married, people actually went and tried to file divorce on our behalf. We weren't involved, but they actually tried to like contact a legal place and say, oh, they want to file for divorce. They actually tried to get legal papers pushed through.
I don't think it
to
worked
get us
that
to
way.
divorce without us being involved. Huh?
I mean,
I know.
that's not...
You're like,
pause.
what?
That's not malicious or anything. That's more of a joke thing.
It's more trolling thing.
Yeah, some little bit of trolling.
I wonder if that's even illegal or anything.
Yeah,
I'm not well versed enough in
yeah.
those
But
types of laws.
That's if you look at that, and then you look at the doxing, the swatting, the
Yeah, that's
hey
way worse.
calling your phone companies and electric company trying to get your cut off. That's way worse
That's
than
malicious.
hey, we've got this basic information about Phil and Kat. Let's try to get theirs annulled.
Oh, I know. It doesn't make any sense, does it? But this is one of, you know what I'm saying? Huh? But this is what I mean. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just, if you think that's, wow, that's ridiculous.
Okay, that's like the meme where you see the tip of the iceberg and then there's the big iceberg underneath with the real problem. You're only seeing the surface level stuff these creators are going through, Phil, and you're stressed.
I can't believe that's going too far. No, that's like the lowest level thing that's happened. Seriously.
That's the lowest level thing, not the swatting, not the doxing, not the weird picture.
No, I think he means
mall.
that's the basis level of trolling he's gotten. So as it goes up, it's escalating and getting worse.
I don't think that is, because I'm sure people have just sent him pizzas. Somebody tried to send him a cardboard penis in the mail.
Yeah, that's actually hilarious.
Yeah, that's
if I would have gotten that, I would have showcased it like, yo, this
in whatever way you could.
Yeah.
YouTube and all that.
Probably on Twitter or some Instagram. Yeah. Just like,
maybe,
thanks to my generous fan.
Or take half the picture and put it on Instagram and take the other half and put it on Twitter, and then you got to combine the two.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It's like on the totem pole of fucked up things that people have done to me and my family as a result of me being a...
I'm so tired of his my family. Like, it's not the people directly around him. It's not like people are trying to dig up when your aunt died and pissing on her grave or something. Like, trying to see where she was institutionalized or something. I don't know.
Or trying to kidnap your mama's cats or something.
Or trying to find Cat's mom and her other sister.
Creator on the internet and saying, oh, fuck Hideo Kojima, or, you know, various other things that have happened over the years. That's like jokes. Down here, silly level.
Wow. So I was just being silly and now it's all up here because these people
are crazy.
You have no clue what's up here. You don't want to know what's up here. Shit that will...
Okay, Phil, you don't know what's up there for them!
No, he's not me.
How does he not understand what he just said?
Because me.
That would scare you for life. You know?
Scare
seriously.
You for life. Okay,
bad,
Phil.
Bad.
Pause. Bad. Scare you for life. What could it possibly be? A bomb threat? No, because there has been no evacuations on stream. Somebody knocking on this door with an AK-47? Absolutely not, because...
How would they even get in?
How would they get into the gated community? They would be arrested. Phil would absolutely talk about that.
Oh yeah, 100%. This nut job showed up to my house with a gun.
What could it possibly be that would scare you for life? There's nothing that I can think of where I'm just like, wow, Phil, that scared nothing. He's just exaggerating because he doesn't have to explain anything, and then people just believe him.
Don't stream this day or I'll get your father fired or something. Like,
stuff that you wouldn't even know is feasible or possible has happened. Okay? And that's why I don't talk about it. Because if I talked about it, it would give it attention. If you give it attention...
Scare me for life. What the... Phil, these things that you're saying is so horrific and scare you for life and all that stuff. If it did go down, the Kiwi Farms would know about it. And if you're talking about the stuff that we already know, then what?
When your bank documents leaked, you didn't talk too much about it, but it still got a lot of attention. Without you outright just saying, like, let's say somebody did show up to your house with a gun. If you were to talk about it, what would be the negative impact of that getting attention? It would even bring further, like, hey, these people are f***ing nuts.
Yes, that would.
This is why I don't share anything
proof.
with anybody.
That'd be the mecca. That'd be your escort story, where it's just like, these people are so insane they made an escort. These people are so insane they came up to my house with a gun. I'm sick of this.
But you have nothing, because I believe some behind the scenes stuff happened, but I don't believe it's some scare your pants off, it ruin your life forever type.
People think, oh, look at that. I got attention for the fucked up things that I did. Let me do more. You see?
Okay. The dude that leaked your bank documents, is he doing more?
What else? I think he was just like, hey, here it is. I'm out of here.
It was a fake account. I mean, it was a newly made account, so he could just go, hey, yo.
Burner, here's the information.
So, what is somebody outside of something like this, how you don't plays and clipping your stuff? What are they doing that is garnering them more attention and more ass pats on the internet that you think they want? Oh, dude, have you seen all the Anonymous stuff?
No. No?
Oh, dude.
No.
Oh, dude. He's big into baby play. Diaper
stuff, huh?
Full on.
I see. As we said famously here at ALX, we do not kink shame.
Nope. As long as it's legal stuff, but his is
questionable legality.
Not even questionable.
Oh no, just
hey, why wouldn't I befriend underage furries? Their interests align with mine.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We can kink shame him because that involves pee. Diaper stuff.
Do what you want.
Yeah. Kink shaming.
No kink shaming. No, do what you want.
Hey, my line was pee and poop, and that's both. Get it out of here.
I mean, if you're
Kink shaming.
You don't. When shit like that happens, you basically just you got to move on with your life.
Okay, why did you quasi bring up the bank documents there and not just go whatever?
Yeah, no, he just went. They did illegal things. Now I need to get a lawyer, and that lawyer costs money, so I need more money from y'all. Well, that was why he did that.
Yeah, of course.
And
but
listen,
when the whole Fallout 4 thing came around, and Leanna's brother had a wedding.
Dude, I'm sorry. Disgusting.
Disgusting, really.
Why wouldn't he couldn't go to his girlfriend's brother's wedding? Cause the new video game come out.
And he was just like, hey, the wedding's not even this week, and we were scared that the months would swap the wedding and get all these excuses. Any excuse that he could possibly
gaslighting
bring
the out of this 20-year-old girl. What a piece of garbage.
A sack of human filth.
You got to move on with your life. And listen, there's been a lot of times with the shit that's happened to me and my family that I've said, is it time to throw in the towel? I've actually probably...
Okay, you were contemplating throwing in the towel with 180K subs and 400 views on your videos. Now picture somebody getting 100K views per video, 100, 300K, 1 million subs, and they're getting 13 times what you're getting, Phil.
And then he constantly talks about, I'm going to quit when I want to. I'm the king of hate. No longer the king of hate. I'm the king of hate. They won't get to me. This hate makes me stronger. He
I was the king of hate because
I'm going out on my terms.
I was the king of hate because I took that hate and turned it into positive, and that's what the moniker was for. Now, Phil, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Everybody called. Everybody knew that they hated on me, and I used that, and people started calling me that.
It's very much Carlos Mencia. There's the Punisher. Like, bruh, nobody's calling you this.
4 different times in the 13 years that I've been a content creator, I sat down and I seriously looked at the situation in my life, and I was like, is it time? Because, man, here we go again. Here it is, another fucked up thing, another thing that's so serious, and I can't believe it's happening, but it's happening. And how do I get through it? And once I'm through it, is it worth it to continue? Or is this the time when I give up? And say it ain't worth it, Hold on 1 second, because it's actually, I want to open my window a little more, and maybe even turn on the fan. It's getting warm. I've been talking for so long.
Really?
Turn this on low for now.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway,
do a top 10 worst thing to happen video. Does he even address that?
He always does. Ooh, somebody.
It's just so crazy.
Yeah, chicken. What was he saying? Sounds like sympathy fishing. Oh, whoops. Whoops.
Woof.
It's just so crazy.
No, he
leaned
right in on him.
That, to me, okay, to give you some perspective, some of the stuff that's happened to me just recently, all right, I've had people who are not involved with the internet community. They don't watch, YouTubers. They don't watch live streamers. They have nothing to do with any of that. And even they were aware of some of the fucked up things that have happened to me. And they said to...
He's talking about his bankruptcy lawyer. How he talked about, hey, here's all the stuff that he went through. And when he first announced his bankruptcy, he told this story. And he was like, the person, I think he said the person because he didn't want to reveal the gender in case somebody goes after them. He was just like, the person was just like, mouth just open, shocked. And of course, that didn't happen.
Of course. What a liar.
But this is, I'm sure who he's referring to.
We've gotten empirical truth that he was just outright lying about things with the dude that was just like, here's the recording.
Yes.
So how can we ever trust when people are like, I talk to them and they're like, oh, these kids, all these mentally ill idiots.
How can we trust what he says to them and him bringing their reaction back to us? Because she's going to easily just be like, oh, that's pretty bad, and just move on.
Wow, that's awful. Anyways.
And he just like, I got to pump this story up.
Recently, are you okay? Like, seriously, are you all right? With the level of shit now,
Okay.
With the level that you're going through.
People that have no idea with gaming. Did they come up to you and express that they knew these things and they didn't know it was you, but they heard about these things? Or did you tell a story and they went, wow, what the
how bad it's gotten? Are you good? We see it from an outsider's perspective. We're not involved.
Pause. Who talks like this? Who the talk... If Mike just starts talking about some program and stuff, like, yeah, this is really difficult, I wouldn't be like, I'm seeing this from an outside perspective.
And it doesn't sound too hard, Mike.
I would never, nobody talks like this, but Phil needs for them to talk like this, just so he can be like, even people who aren't involved with anything in the internet thinks that this is crazy stuff. So they express that they're not involved in any internet stuff, just... Oh,
now, I don't know nothing about the internet, but that sounds like a hootenanny. And they said these words, and I was
just like, yes, it is pretty bad.
The toxicity of the internet.
Toxicity of the internet. Outside of him and in System of a Down, I have never heard the word toxicity.
Dude, and Phil says it so many. The toxicity.
And now other people are just saying it as you're explaining it things to them. Okay, Phil, they're using your exact verbiage. I feel cool.
In the toxicity of the internet, we just see from the outside someone being treated like this. And,
Phil, oh no.
It's a coming.
Phil, if you are explaining all the bad things, or just like they kicked me off, they got me kicked off a platform. I had an accident on a stream, and they just sent it everywhere and just laughed at me. People have come on my stream harassing me. People have doxed me. People have sent SWAT teams to my house. Of course, it's gonna sound horrible. Mm-hmm. Of course, they're gonna be like, "Wow, that sounds awful." It is
us out from here outside of the internet perspective. I'm seeing this toxicity and I'm saying that it's horrible to you.
Getting doxxed is awful. Getting things swatted is awful. People laughing at you for jerking off is not awful.
You would have to explain that you first jerked off. So let's just not even tell that story.
And kicked off a platform for what? Oh, I said Nazi jokes.
And I recently got kicked off of another platform. Why? Because people made it sound like I said the N-word. Well, how did they do that, Phil? They played the clip.
And the caption said N-word.
How do you just brush it off? When something like that serious happens to you?
How do you brush it? No, I'm not even. How do you brush it off when something serious happens to you? Phil, things serious are happening to them, and it's happening at a greater capacity.
Yes.
Phil, you've actively laughed at Wings of Redemption, even though he goes through way worse than you.
Yes. And hey, guess what? That's like going up to anybody with any sort of bad thing happening to them and going, how do you get past this? Parents dying, house getting lost, can't pay bills. How do you brush this off? People have bad stuff happen to them. I don't believe that this conversation happened.
That bad. How do you just say, it's fine, and keep going? Because it's...
I was afraid he was going to do it. I was hoping that he wouldn't.
Okay, anyway, moving past it.
I can never move past it.
How do you brush it off and keep moving and just go and have people tell you, all right, just keep going? Phil, you're laughing at people for not keeping going. You're telling them to keep going because they're in a better position than you.
And you've gone through worse, not knowing what they've gone through.
Okay, here's one thing. Wait, there's another thing. Oh, God, now there's... Oh, fuck. I'm like covered in spiders. What the fuck is... Oh, my God. You know? It just gets to the point where it's...
You legit turned your head.
I couldn't look. I don't want to be held responsible for what I might do should I see that.
I mean, I've already been punched on camera, so
yeah. It just keeps happening.
Delete it.
Piling on.
Well, of course.
At some point, does it break you down psychologically, or does it break you down to the point where you're afraid that there's something that maybe you won't be able to fix, right? Very well, one day that might happen. All right, very well. I cannot promise you guys.
Okay, and it happened for them, and you're like, how could you?
So, you're saying that tippity top level stuff that could scare people for life, and that's still not doing it, Phil. It has to be just like a dude coming with a gun that's gonna make him just stop or be scared or psychologically harm him or whatever he said.
Guys, that something might not happen to the point where I do have to quit. What I would like to say is I've been through pretty much at this point almost every possible thing that could happen. Okay, I have.
No, you have not, Phil. Has an emu come barging through your in-house strapped with explosives? No? Okay, then. There's an infinite number of things that can happen in this world.
There's an infinite number of bad things that have happened to content creators that Phil hasn't faced. Like another content creator coming up to your front door wanting to fight you. This has happened quite recently. One dude pulled a gun on another. He's currently in jail. Dude.
When people get swatted, they get roughhoused, manhandled, thrown on the ground. One month got shot. You got peaceful, please come out. And
just
you did.
Gamers.
And they combed the house for 7 minutes, and you were back laughing. And then 10 minutes later, somebody got in your head and was just like, "No, you gotta milk them."
You
say
almost
this
got
really
me
bad.
killed.
You points directly at the camera. Somebody got in his head about that, but because he was laughing.
I've been really through the ringer, with a level of stuff that's happened to me, and at this point, I would.
What is he smoothing and grabbing? We have beard hair to do that, and I don't do it as much as Phil.
It must just be a nervous tick thing.
I like to come out and publicly say, "Oh, listen, guys, I am not going to allow myself to be canceled. I'm never going to give up."
You can't disallow yourself from a cancellation.
No canceling, please. Oh, all these people saying bad stuff about me on Twitter? No.
Hey, Phil, we cancel thee. No, you shan't. Dang, we never had a plan for this.
Hey, these people are trying to cancel me. Let me delete my tweet and run this boy back. I'm not allowing myself to be canceled. I'll be a coward and say stuff that I don't believe and then gloat about it 10 years later.
I'm going to keep pushing forward. Your level of support, your level of backing has shown me over the years.
Money
it
and
doesn't
money.
matter what people say about me or how people treat me. How many people betray me.
You
betray me. People that I trusted.
Oh my goodness. Pause. Phil, you are such... That Project 7 thing. just eats me alive. There's
why would it?
It's just like what Howard said. They just gotta roll up, not getting paid at all, and go into his driveway and just see him in BMW. He's getting all the money and all the crap, all the fame, all the attention for this. And he can't break bread with these muffs. I do not care. You give them payment. And if it's not payment...
We have never asked that, hey, can you just make us a little something?
I feel bad for the stuff that he does. Just
that you put as icons and stuff,
I'm like,
yeah.
Man.
That's why we try to showcase them and all this stuff. Like, we pay your people.
It's that simple.
They're doing and that probably drawing 20, 30 minutes of a doodle. These mothers are putting in 6-hour days. And you're just like, oh, they just want some plugs. It's not enough.
It's not. And you know you were making good money with that. Not even with that, just with the whole YouTube thing. So let's just say bare minimum he was making $100,000 a year at that
and
time.
It's not even that low. Not even close to that low.
He was had a good apartment. We know he was paying about $1,500 for that. Let's say all up his bills and stuff was $2,500
for a year. 25. So that would be what, like $30K?
Yeah. Car payments. That was about, I think it was like $1,200, something like that. But whatever the case may be.
But here's the thing. He's sitting up there with like $1,300, $200 figures.
Yeah. He could have
littering
easily
his
just
apartment.
been like, no, I would not feel okay whatsoever just letting them do that with no money. And seeing that, hey, I'm going to give them some plugs. You look at their before and after and you see that it goes up by 100. You're like, all right, this ain't working. Maybe bring
Plugs
them on.
not enough.
Plugs ain't enough. Maybe bring them on to a gameplay video. Showcase their personalities. That didn't work either. All right, just straight up pay them.
Who, over the years...
No, but they
I
just
thought were my
betrayed
friends,
him.
Or at least a semblance of a friend, the closest that I could probably get with the kind of lifestyle that I was living.
Pause. Rambo was just like, I'm not really feeling this YouTube thing. I gotta get away. I'm trying to save up a little bit of money. All right, cool. Hey, John, how you doing? Oh, I'm cool. How about some gameplay? And he never went, that's not what I did.
People are still asking about us doing some co-op stuff. Whenever you're ready.
And he never went, that's not what I did. So you just going, yeah, my friend is over here. He's trying to make a better life for himself. And you just going, no, but what about the content
that I get paid for? On top
like
of that, he's probably also talking about people like mods who have just been like, no, you, Phil, I'm out. Oh, I trusted you and you.
Maybe that was something that you did.
Who literally just threw it all away. Fuck it. Fuck Phil. They just didn't care. And
Rambo cared too much.
Yeah. He was driving all that way, all that time, and you was just breaking him off in $100.
It's for car, gas, and a sandwich.
He was barely breaking even. Time. He was just like, I could have been working during that time.
Again, losing money because he was a contractor. So, yeah, he was just straight losing money.
It really gets crushing after it happens once, and then again, and then again, and then again. It's like, is this just gonna be history endlessly repeating itself?
Pause. Maybe there's a common denominator in all that, Phil.
Yeah, them.
Just the nebulous them.
Yeah.
It's me and then it's them. They are the problem.
They keep coming, keep betraying me.
You gotta look at it the way that Phil looks at it.
And I look at the situations that my life and everything, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. For me,
he didn't know where he was going with that.
If I quit doing this, if I quit being a content creator, it's going to be because I actively make the decision. All right?
Pause.
You think they
just
didn't?
said there was 4 or 5 times where he was almost forced to quit. Now you're going, it's going to be my
isn't it still their decision. Like, when you're canceled, you have no decision. You're not going to get work. You're not going to get views. People don't want to come see you. Like EDP. He is canceled.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
He cannot. And the investigation was so bungled that he can't be arrested for it.
Can't be prosecuted. But people know.
Yeah, people know.
When he tries to stream on Facebook, Instagram, all them places, it's just like, no.
Yeah, you're done. Donezo.
Even to the point where he was, I think it was doing Uber Eats or
yep.
And they were just like, oh no.
Uber Eats. He was also working at a fast food restaurant, and they found out and they were just like, no, sir.
Yeah.
So that's a cancellation. He has no choice. He didn't choose to stop doing content. He kept trying. He's talking about a website of himself that he's trying to host. He had no choice. That is a cancellation.
And that's not a thing where you could be like, I choose not to be canceled. Like you for some reason think that you can.
It's just a, hey, I'm finished with this.
It's
donezo.
It's not going to be because a mob of people out there told me it was time to go.
Who has ever told you, Phil, it's time to end it? Phil, it's over for you. Just stop. Dang, they keep saying it. They must be saying, no. It's like you said, the 4 times you were like, dang, is it time? They just went, hey, it's time.
But the most times that people actually do that is when the big life events happen, where he gets dropped by machinima and curse and all those stuff.
Is it time to just stop content creating and getting an actual job?
All right, Phil, you're running out of options here. Maybe it is time to hang it up. It's just like what your mama said, where she was just like, hey, you can't do this forever. And when he came back, he said, all right, look like it's going to be 10 years before I start getting me a new job.
I think that was 10 years ago. But I actually think that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
He's not even close to whatever he was.
No, and I think he's just either just like, I hope she forgets, or I hope that she's just not here anymore.
Or because I couldn't take the pressure of criticism.
What is up with this hog box that he just did?
Because
and that little soy voice.
Phil wants to just be himself, which is just these SJW, these, I want to say, racist jokes. So it always pokes out a little. Oh, it's a safe space. Everyone gets a hug. That type, soy voice, that type of thing.
Cancel me and fuck off. For me, again, that's always been my motivation in life is when someone...
Phil, you thought about hanging it up when they did it 4 times!
Unbelievable. King of hate.
This
hate
man
motivates him.
Hate motivates me, but people canceled the name King of Hate, so I gotta willingly give it up. It's just time. Phil, you were forced to change it then, right?
Tells me you're not good enough. You're not strong enough.
Oh, my goodness.
Not hate.
You're not good enough. You're not strong enough to do 20 push-ups.
Yes, he was. Didn't you hear him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Where's my money?
All right, guys. I just did it. All right. Where's that cash? You didn't do it on... You didn't say I had to do it on
You said you ain't say I had to do it. I knew you were gonna backtrack. Okay then. Phil, just do them on stream now. No, I just did them. Give me the money or get banned.
Okay, dude. But you can tilt that camera when Jasper comes in.
Oh, Jasper Kitty! In POV. All over the room. Alright, guys, I'm gonna start setting up my Series X. Moves camera to dusty in area. Alright, Phil.
You don't have what it takes. I look them in the eye and I say, no, I'm going to use all that vitriol, that hate.
I'm just picturing Phil at a fighting game tournament after losing a money bet, and some dude just comes up to him like, Phil, you're not good enough. Just look at him dead in his eyes, hand on shoulder,
and he just raises
like,
his hands, grabs the air, and just goes, Ugh!
No, I'll show you I'm good enough. Throws hand on shoulder, Picks up controller.
In Ichiban, jacket off.
Hatred, that toxicity, all.
Oh my God, toxicity, Phil. Just take that word out. Just remove it.
All the times you told me I couldn't do something, I'm going to use that to fuel myself to keep going and to show you wrong, to prove you wrong.
Okay, who have you proved wrong, Phil?
In what way? I guess the fact that you're still doing this 10 years later, I guess that's something.
You know?
But you've got an army of people. You got people willing to donate raw $1,000. You got people that's willing, what did Tut pay for those in gifted subs? Some $10,000?
It was a ridiculous amount. He was dropping 200, 300 bombs.
An oil baron. You got people like that. The vest streak. This stuff don't happen. This is why you succeed, Phil. It's not because of you saying whatever what's on the screen like you just did. Ha 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 ha. 5 seconds. Achievement. Shoot. That's not what you here for. You here because for some reason Muff is attaching to you.
Like glue.
You're wrong. You know, 5 years ago, there were people on the internet saying, oh, DSP Gaming is failing and going away and Phil's going to go out of business and can't do it.
Phil, it was failing.
Yes.
I would still say it is failing. Mm-hmm. Because you don't hit the tips goal a lot of time, and your members goal has been that for like in 4 months.
You are barely keeping your head above water.
By your own metric.
Yes. Just month to month. How you saying that you successful like that?
I'm still here, bro.
He has exactly 318 members right now.
He's lost members in the 3 weeks since this started. He's lost a member.
Look at him in that Pikachu hat.
I'm not looking.
We all have our triggers.
Still here. All your crap videos you put out about me.
Barely,
Phil.
Phil, it is a sin. You are holding a piano by a string.
It's like Phil was the #1 draft pick in the NBA, and then 13 years later, he won a ring while just being riding on the bench, never playing a game this season. Just like, still here, champion, bro.
Yeah.
Champion. Bro, you're not doing nothing. You're a failure. You failed. You were doing great things. But you were so slow to adopt, so slow to adapt, so slow to move where the industry was moving that now you're just stuck 13 feet behind everybody else. And you're going, well, I'm still here. But you're constantly crying about how small and insignificant you are. How these big content creators keep punching down to you. So, Phil, are you successful and still here? Are you a little guy that everybody else pick on?
His biggest problem is that he is simply still here. Not up, not down. He is just here.
Treading water.
5 years ago, he was in this exact same situation. It's like Keemstar said. It's just like, you're just going to be begging for $5, $10 tips, just like you always will. And it's like, when will it end?
He's in the ocean on a raft, just waiting for the next whale boat to come through.
And that's all it is.
Here, dude.
Drinking his seltzer water.
You know what I'm saying?
One thimble at a time.
So, the way that I see it is, if ever I do retire, which eventually I'm going to have to, I can't do unless I'm dead. You know, I do this on my deathbed. You know, the final pulse. What I'll do is on the screen, I'll have the pulse meter to show my heartbeat as it dissipates down.
You know, Piece of Peace made a great observation. Phil makes jokes, and they would be fine and just sit there unless I'm on my deathbed, and it would just be a joke, and it would just sit there, and then Phil keeps it going. It's like improv.
Yes, and dude, today where he was talking about, they bought Xbox bought Bethesda. He was just like, I have an announcement, you guys. Activision, Ubisoft has bought me. And I had to skip. He went on for like a minute and a half. It was horrible.
No.
He is not funny.
No.
And I don't know Because, there will be times where joke, back and forth, and it's like, the joke has concluded.
Yeah.
This is the logical ending of the joke.
Now, maybe it goes a little further after the logical conclusion, but not too much further.
Yeah. But Phil, I'll just be on my deathbed. I'll live stream my heart monitor.
And that would be it. I'll live stream the heart monitor going out. But no, here he comes.
I'll be sitting on my deathbed streaming, the camera on my face. No, I think at some point I'm gonna have to step away from doing it. It ain't
You
anytime
think
soon,
at
by the
some
way. I
point,
have no plans
Phil,
with it.
Phil, there's people in their 80s streaming right now. Do what you want.
do what you want, but also, Phil, you can't live like this forever.
No.
That stress is gonna take you out.
It shouldn't be stress. That's the worst part.
No.
If he would stop with his in champions, he
Can't.
would be.
Addiction is hard.
I understand, but I was heavy into a WWE Supercard, and now I'm just like, I'll pick it up once every 2.5 months and go, all right, that was 3 weeks of heavy playing, and now I'm done for another 4 months.
Sure, but Phil is getting like $7,000-$8,000 paychecks.
Yeah.
And if you N-word rich, you just go, alrighty then, let's go. He's not thinking about that. He's thinking about number go up, and he's just going, hey, whatever happens, I will always have the cushion of these people. All I
But
need
he
to do is
won't.
be like,
He doesn't realize that. Every time he moves to a new platform, his money is shrinking. And YouTube, Twitch, and the next time he goes to Twitch, it's gonna be worse. Unless Only Iced Coffee can now drop them 700 bombs that he wants
that's
to
what
do.
he's waiting for.
He wants it so bad.
That's where he's just like, all right, that's the future business plan. It's just like, get to the point where gifted memberships are a thing and then profit. That's it. Don't change anything. Just wait for them to implement something.
Yeah, just wait for them to put in a system that allows people to give you more money. Keep your content the exact same, but now there's more avenues for you to make money. Mm-hmm. Cool, Phil.
I'm stepping away from doing this anytime soon. But the point that I'm making is if I decide it's time to go,
Mother, with these super
Ain't gonna be
chats.
a crowd of angry people.
Gotta do that one too. Gotta blot that one out too.
To be a crowd of angry people, a bunch of cancel culture ninnies on the internet, a bunch of fucking haters. You know what I'm saying?
Cancel culture ninnies.
Yes.
Again, this is what Phil wants to be. He wants to be the quartering and all them people. Just like SJW nonsense.
Just calling whatever he wants.
I find it so funny that all these cancel culture, outrage culture people are just like, look at these people wanting to cancel everybody. They're always outraged. But all their content is outrage content. And trying to cancel somebody for being an SJW. Last of Us woke, cancel it. I'm outraged.
18 Anita Sarkeesian videos, crap like that.
Do y'all not realize y'all are doing what you're against?
None of that is going to ever affect me. It's going to be me deciding for myself. It is time for me to go. And I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to understand that. But at the very same time, I want you to understand that it ain't easy. Because I do go through so much shit on a daily basis that you guys don't even know about. Financially, the reason that I'm in the situations that I get into is because over the years, I did not play the game. I did not become one of...
Oh my goodness.
This is not the reason you're having issues. That you didn't... Oh, hey, Phil, here's an early copy. I shan't be doing early copies. No, sir. That is not the reason.
Hey, do you want $1,000 for Raid Shadow Legends? No, I do not. I'll get my money ethically. Phil.
Please give me money, everyone. See, that's how we beat the system.
You're just getting money from the people, basically. And that well is gonna dry up one of these days, and you just don't realize it, and you just holding on to that mentality. I'm
still pulling water from it
somehow. But I'm the realist. I'm the real guy. I'm not a shill. I don't take advertisements. That the reason why I'm here is because I didn't play the game. If I did play the game, well then I could have been in the position where other people are. Are you saying that it's just take advertisement and then forever success? More people will come to your content because you did take advertisement, or would you just have more money? And if it's just you have more money, then what's the problem if you need money?
I don't understand what he's doing when, he watches TV shows, he watches all these things. There's advertisements throughout. There's commercial breaks throughout. There's things within the show, wrestling, where they'll just stop the show to eat Hardee's. There's stuff like this, Phil. Are you going, these paid shields? Or are you going, you gotta do what you gotta do for your business?
You gotta do it.
Phil, this is your business.
You got a family.
You got a family. Now, when you were some 24, 25, 26-year-old dude on your own bachelor pad, just like playing games, you ain't gotta take those advertisements because you're only taking care of yourself. But you've got responsibilities, Phil. And when you have responsibilities, sometimes you have to swallow your pride a little bit to get done.
Do what you gotta do.
But he's not willing to do what he gotta do. He'd rather cry poor for the next 10 years. 10 years. He'd rather cry poor for the next 10 years, begging several times every stream, sending out tweets every stream, every other day, sometimes several a day, to get that pittance of $150 in his mind, rather than, hey, Assassin's Creed is doing a sponsorship. Let me get $1,500, play the game 2 days early, and I ain't got to worry for the month.
Get a little bit of pocket change. Today on this stream, he just went, yeah, we broke boys. We went to breakfast. Don't make no mistake.
Stop this, boy! I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of him going, we're so broke we couldn't do anything. We just had to order out. We just had to go to a restaurant. We wanted to do all these things, but we couldn't. Cook some food, you piece of scramble some eggs.
There's a couple of key points in that boy that I'd like to bring out. Cat ordered chicken tenders. And he goes, these aren't like cheap chicken tenders. These are expensive. He said this. And he goes, and
what are expensive chicken?
And he goes, we had to come home and just do nothing because we don't have any money. So, and I'm like,
hey,
you have money to go out, but what would you do if you did have money, Phil? What would be
that's
the
a
day
good
off
question.
Plan? So, and then he just, I get paid next week, so we didn't have any money to do anything. How do you as a provider, the man making $100K a year, provably turn to your wife and go, let's go out to eat? All right, that's all we got money for.
Hey, we can only go out to eat right now. Nothing else.
That's it. How do you sit there week after week after week and just go through that? With your wife's only day off, the only time y'all got to spend together. You want to do more things. You stated that you wanted to do more things. But you got to turn to her every week and just go, all right, back home, and I'll just watch you play Skyrim because we broke.
The big approved content creators, I didn't become a paid shill. I don't accept those kind of opportunities to this day.
You have accepted several of these opportunities. You've done affiliate links. You've done it all.
No, but he's going, I'm honest about it, and that's the difference.
I really like the product. That's why I'm doing it.
They aren't on. You put that affiliate list for that chair and before you even got the chair. Shut up, Phil. But they're not honest. That's the thing. He was honest, so he's not a shield. He just took a couple advertisements.
Take a couple more and stop being broke.
I still get emails from indie game companies. Hey, our new indie game just came out, and we can send you a free game code, and you could fucking cover it this way and that way, and we will pay you this amount of money if you make a video about it, and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't do that.
Why not?
What's the problem with
especially during those times where you're like, all right, guys, support is slow, new games aren't coming out. I got this indie game that wants me to make a video, make a game stream about it. They're gonna pay me for it. I'm gonna accept the in payment.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing to do this Thursday night. I'm gonna do it.
Know that. You guys know I don't play that game. That's not who I am as a content creator, and that's not who I want to be. So you know you're never gonna. Every time that you tune in to my content,
you get the raw, real feel.
You know you're getting the real Phil. You know you're getting my honest opinions on things. You know that you're not getting some kind of bullshit. You know that you're not getting a paid advertisement. You know?
Oh, dude. People are getting duffed in the chat.
Yes, he is on autopilot. So he's off to his honest, all this bull crap that he says so many times so he doesn't have to think as he's just Thanos snapping these muffs away.
The real deal, my real opinion or my real take on something. Okay? And obviously that's a great thing. All right?
Duffed.
Obviously that's a really great thing. But it ain't easy. It's just not, you know. That's why when I see, boo-hoo to the person who has the million subs on YouTube who gets literally thousands of dollars every time.
I guess I was wrong. I guess he didn't realize that what he was saying was completely bunk. I guess I thought too highly of Phil where he was just like, no, I commend people who went through the same stuff that I did. And then not 10 minutes later, he goes,
10 years later.
10 years later.
They put out a video, they could be farting and put out a video and make $1,000, right?
Pause. Phil, you've done shower videos. You've done videos where you've plunged your toilet.
Yep.
You've done videos just pointing at food that Leanna made and going, I'm going to eat this now.
You made an unboxing video where you did not unbox the game. Still just put it up there.
People will watch what they watch.
You watched you made a video making and eating cup noodles.
And Phil, back in the day when the review day unboxing, that would pay for the game itself. Because people would watch it. So you can't just be like, people watch this and watch. People will watch what they want to watch. It doesn't matter if somebody wants to just watch somebody farting. They'll watch it. Who cares? No, but money.
Earlier this year, I said something really stupid. And instead of reacting to it in a way that was rational and mature, I just very dog-headedly defended myself. And cancel culture canceled me.
Phil, that's what you're doing. I deleted my thing. I didn't really go back on it, but I was right.
I didn't apologize. I wasn't wrong. I was, in fact, right.
And here I am at the end of the year, and I haven't recovered. Boo-hoo, I quit. Wow. Okay.
This is still about Lindsay Ellis. Lindsay constantly got harassed. Months afterwards. Mm-hmm. And she went, that's enough. No, thank you. How hard is it to picture a person doing that?
For Phil, it is incredibly difficult to do that.
You know why it's incredibly difficult? Because they're making thousands of dollars. Because they've got 1 million subs.
Money.
You've got so much money. What are you stressed about?
Money.
Oh, boo-hoo, you know, people criticizing me. You're making millions of dollars a year. Who cares? Phil, again, throughout his life, has probably made over $3 million.
Easily.
And he has a bankruptcy to show for it.
Somehow.
It's unbelievable.
And a bunch of statues that he does not look at.
A bunch of statues he doesn't look at. And doesn't even put in his background.
Nothing.
So other people can look at it. Just like, you know, I like these statues, but I'm getting rid of them. If you like any of them, just let me know.
And a bunch of memories of Evo Eats.
Hey! How about those be tips goal or stretch goals or something? Raffles or something. Can't raffle, right? But how about it? Just I'll randomly give it away or something. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Do something.
No, the shipping.
If you hit 500 members, who gives a if you got to ship for $12?
Phil does. Because he was complaining about his garbage not being taken. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I got to go up to the dump and pay money. It's like $30. That's a lot of money. I'm like, Phil, that's $30.
I bought a couch just now for $40. The f are you talking about? That's not a lot.
It is for Phil.
It's well worth it to get rid of your garbage.
Okay. You know, I hate to say it, but people like that, and again, I'm not specifically addressing any person or situation, but
Cowardice.
Big time.
We
100%.
all know who you're talking about, Phil. Why not just say it? Because this whole thing was brought up because of this one person. So why not just say, "Oh, she went through all this boo-hoo"?
Because if she says her name, if he says her name, then this video clip could be sent to her, and then she would respond. You remember his reaction to the Shield tweets? I didn't tag anybody in that. They all just came to me. So he's just thinking, so long as I don't say anybody's name or anything, what the are they gonna come to me for?
He wants to be in a corner screaming on his soapbox, just like, these shills, blah, blah, blah. Why are you crying? Cancel culture, blah, blah, blah. Phil, why are you talking about me? Oh my God, why are you coming to my corner? I didn't even say your name.
Backlash.
He wants no smoke, but he wants to give nothing but shots.
He wants to say whatever he wants about whoever he wants at any time and never have it retaliated on him. He can say whatever he wants about Keemstar, but the second that Keemstar says something back, he's just like, what is he doing?
You're pushing down to the little guy. It must ring true. And I put out a tweet, Phil, when you punch down to detractors and mentally ill idiots, are you punching down because it rings true?
That was before he locked down that Twitter. Only people that follow him or he follows can reply to his tweets.
What a baby.
Big time baby.
Phil, you locked down your Twitter because of the criticism and hate.
He locked down his comments.
And he's talking about, oh, it's because people asked for it. No, it's because you always saw it and this is how you don't plays.
And that excuse of him going like, people came up to me and they were like, Phil, we can't even enjoy the content because of all the comments. It's like, don't look at the comments.
Don't read the comments. Watch the.
Why are you reading the comments? Watch the video. Put it on a playlist, autoplay. You watch the video. You don't have to go to the comment. And if you do, for your comment, you leave your comment and then you peace out.
because I've seen many people do stuff like this over the years.
Who name names?
He's not naming names.
He's a bro. This is cowardice.
Nah.
They never had their heart in it anyway. Because if they did...
Oh my goodness.
Lindsay Ellis never cared.
They never had their heart in it because if they did, they would tough it out. Let me
that's real. That's real bootstraps in America, boys.
I just want to hear him say that, just in case he says something else.
Addressing any person or situation, because I've seen many people do stuff like this over the years. They never had their heart in it anyway. Because if they did, then one of two things would either happen. Either they would actually actively look back at what they did and say, maybe I did do something wrong. Let me see if I could figure out.
Pause. Lindsay Ellis did do that.
Yep, and people still harass her.
An entire video going point by point from this huge thread of things that she did and did not do. She apologized for them. She explained them. She did do this.
So that's point one. So her heart was in it. That's one. What's the second?
Was change that behavior and become a better person.
She did. She actively changed her behavior, and people called her SJW Bush.
Or you become so adamantly defensive that you were doing the right thing that you would actually motivate yourself to keep going anyway.
Oh my,
So you were called out for it, but I was so in the right, so I'm just going to keep going.
No matter what. And it's just going to motivate me because I know how right I am.
Phil, isn't that like hard-headed, pig-headed Bush?
The stuff that you said that you're not anymore, that you said 10 years ago you were.
What a dumb person.
This is horrible. Their heart's not in it because
her heart's not in it. Oh my God.
Either she would cuck out or she would just bullhead forward. Phil. So you could just say your heart's not in it. And not just hers. All the people that you've seen come and go for various reasons. But you're still here.
If their heart was really in it, they'd still be doing it. Or they'd be better. So Phil, you're not any better. You wear a thicker mask.
When Phil was threatening to quit or contemplating quitting those 3 or 4 times, was his heart not in it at those moments?
My heart's not in gaming anymore. I give up. I don't love gaming anymore.
These blanket statements of just here is what these people are doing is just horrible. Because everything needs to pass through the Phil lens. And it just doesn't make sense.
If you're someone who just quits like that, that means that you never had your heart in it to begin with.
Oh my God, dude. If you were getting harassed so much that you were like, I'm done with it because you guys will not stop.
No matter what I say, no matter what I do.
Oh, your heart's not in it. Just tough it out. Just take the depression and the anger and everything.
And the threats and people calling you all sorts of names.
Just fear for your life for the rest of your life because of the death threats sent your way every day. Just do it.
Just have every single word that you ever put out just completely picked apart by people. Just do it.
Just have 13 videos made about you just for a tweet. For weeks.
Just quits like that? That means that you never had your heart in it to begin with. Really. Where was the passion?
Dude, this video is about to... We're very close to ending this part. This dude is gonna piss me off.
This is really bad.
You had no passion because you were harassed for months. So you were like, guys, I'm just done making videos.
I've done. What could she do to counteract it? She's apologized. She deleted her tweets. She explained the situations. What could she do? Just take it? Because that's Phil's mindset. I've just taken it. Why can't they just take it?
That's the same type of mentality for like women in the workplace. Why don't you just take it? Just say no and take it. That's not how it works.
It is for Phil.
Right? There's too many people out there today who do it for a paycheck.
Oh. Phil, you do it for a paycheck because you've said you can't go to another job because it wouldn't pay as much.
You're not making any sort of more.
It's
money
not about what you love. It's not, hey, I love doing this. That's why I want to just keep it going and try to make it work. No, I would not make as much at a regular job as I do from gaming.
So I don't want to do that. So, even though this is such a volatile thing where I'm relying on people day to day to come in and give me money instead of a hard, here are my hours, here are my salaries.
Phil, you do it for a paycheck.
He died.
And I don't understand how he doesn't understand.
And how he can just sit there and just put that on everybody. So many people just do it for a paycheck.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
No fun to be had. No message to be had. No, hey, I got something I want to say. Hey, this is an interesting video. No. Paycheck.
And you can tell the people who do it for a paycheck. You want to know how? Because this actually transitions me into the next subject. Is I'm on social media, as you know, all the time. I'm on Twitter, I'm on other places. I'm trying to read news articles about games and stuff. And then I see it. Here's a person who's supposed to be a gaming content creator. Oh, they're a prominent live streamer. They're a prominent YouTuber. They got the blue check mark, right? And here they are. Oh, everyone should go shop at Walmart this holiday season. Here I am on with my gaming headset and my gamer-themed gloves.
What?
And a
Who?
I think Walmart did sponsor some people, and they put in its ad. I mean, essentially, they made a commercial.
So what? What's the problem?
And because they don't really shop at Walmart. They don't actually care about Walmart. They're just getting a paycheck.
Chairs before he got them.
But he was getting a chair. Are they going to Walmart?
Okay, so what about the people that do go to... Does he know their life? Does he know their average frequency of going to Walmart?
I know they don't. It's Walmart. They make millions. They make so much money. They make so much profit. Stinky, dirty, filthy money. That of course they're not going to go to Save a Lot or a Walmart. They're going to go to like a Whole Foods or some hoity-toity place.
A gamer chair and a monitor, and I bought all this at Walmart. Everyone should go buy stuff at Walmart because it's a great company. Hashtag advertisement. Okay? And when I see that,
yes, they did that for a paycheck.
Yes.
That tweet, that commercial for a paycheck. They're not like, hey, Walmart's great, buy all this stuff, just giving them free an advertisement. They did it for a paycheck. There is no problem with that. So
It's
many
an
times
ad.
I'll listen to a podcast and people are like, oh, what are you eating? Oh, I'm not telling you. They're not sponsoring us. They're not, because they don't want to give people free advertisement. Like, oh, they're always
we're
eating that.
pulling numbers, and if we go, hey, eat at this place, some people might be willing to go over there and eat that, and then they get numbers. So
There is no problem
Phil-
with taking a paycheck from Walmart to go, hey, do an ad for us. Okay, sure thing, Walmart. You do the ad, you do a tweet, you never have to do anything again. It's not like every stream you're like, hey, Walmart,
sponsored
Walmart.
by Walmart.
Or if it is sponsored by Walmart, you put sponsored by Walmart and people already know what it is. Phil, this is not an issue. They aren't strictly doing it for a paycheck. They did that thing for a paycheck, but they can still love just playing their games with regular streams and all that extra
It is a problem because Phil does not agree with it. That's all it
But
is.
why doesn't he agree with it?
This is not the way that it should be done.
No,
You shouldn't.
stop the bush. Stop the bush. Why doesn't he agree with it?
Because-
Why doesn't he agree that if a company comes up to you and says, hey, we want you to do a tweet about this, show yourself in a gaming chair, say you bought it from here.
Honest.
That
You're
is
not being
honest. Hey, I got all this stuff at Walmart. Hashtag ad.
Nope, I'm not. You're not.
Did
being
all the
honest.
stuff come from Walmart? Yes.
That's his number one thing is honesty. And he's just like, you aren't being honest. You're being overly happy about Walmart when we all know that Walmart is trash. Walmart is amazing. I would pay in Walmart to sponsor me.
Dude, I take that Walmart.
But every time I see hashtag ad, I do click block. Hashtag ad equals click block. Because when
What a
I see
baby.
that shit on Twitter, you know what that tells me? This is a person who does not care what they're saying to the public, does not care if they influence anyone in a positive or negative way, as long as they make a buck.
Phil, are you gonna start talking about actors and actresses doing commercials? They don't care about Olay lotion. They just care about the money. They don't care about some perfume or shampoo. They care about the money. Phil, it's their job. They're getting paid to do a thing. They are telling you they're getting paid for this thing. They are upfront about it. Now it's on you as the consumer to go, do I want to shop here? Do I want to consume the product they're advertising? What
Phil
is the
sees-
issue,
He
Phil?
sees it as a problem because he simply just doesn't agree with it. For whatever Phil reason it is, it's a Phil reason.
As long as that dollar is coming in, they do not give two fucks about what the repercussions are of their...
What's the repercussions of telling people to shop at Walmart?
All other places get shut down. He talked about that. He goes, every time you shop at Walmart, that's another dollar outside of this guy's pocket, and they get shut down, and then Walmart's going to be the only business left. For, the Walmart up at Gratiot? Mm-hmm. There has been a CVS just right next to it, and a dollar store for 10 years.
I mean, that's like... I've seen a McDonald's and a Burger King on the same block.
I've gone down like a block, and then in the next 4 blocks, I'll see a McDonald's, and then it's like, hey, it's another McDonald's. Subway. In Subway, you turn downtown Columbus, them
It's
mugs were
disgusting.
lousy with Subway.
You turn 3 corners and see 5 of them.
It was legitimately, there was one, you cross the street, and then you make a right, and there's another Subway.
So, again, is it a problem when someone is upfront that they're advertising something? Like, I don't understand what Phil's problem is with that. Now, if you're not saying it's an ad and you're just out there like blah 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 and not disclosing that, scummy.
Yeah, but then again, isn't that illegal?
Yes, it's highly illegal.
Yes. So,
But that's what happens in the crypto coin industry where people are just like, yo, I'm gonna buy MILF token, blah blah blah. I'm doing it on stream. This isn't financial advice, but this is just what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna show y'all. And then 3 weeks later, it's just like, I hope y'all ain't buy that because I got paid a bag for that mother.
Actions, right? Do you really think that content creator regularly goes to Walmart?
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care if Beyonce doesn't eat a Burger King burger.
Yeah. I don't care. It means it's very clear that it's an ad. And Tom Cruise is just like, hey, listen to ALX. I'm like, Tom Cruise doesn't listen to ALX. He's not just somebody telling him to say that. It's no problem. And even if they do shop at Walmart, okay, they shop at Walmart. If they don't shop at Walmart, okay, they don't shop at Walmart.
I don't care either way.
I don't care. It doesn't affect me at all. I know that it's an ad. I know that it's an advertisement.
What happens if a Jay-Z drinks one water for a commercial, but he actually drinks another water? Like if he has an Aquafina or whatever, Pure Fina, whatever that is, and he's drinking that, and then actually he drinks like Dasani.
Are we supposed to just like
Jay-Z doesn't actually drink that? No, he got paid to show it.
Yes. Who cares?
Buy their electronics. Do you think that person has actually even stepped foot into a Walmart?
Potentially.
Who cares?
Walmart is hidden.
Walmart is amazing. It's a large one-stop shop. It's cheap. It's good.
In the last 10 years, I find it very hard.
10 years. 10 years.
All right, Phil.
In the last 10 years, I find it very hard to fucking believe.
Okay. You find it hard to believe, but do you have any proof?
Yep.
Do you have any proof that they didn't buy all those electronics at Walmart? Do you have any proof that they don't visit a Walmart, that they don't shop at a Walmart? Do you have any proof?
Belief means that you don't have proof. It's just something that you're assuming.
But what I see is that you basically get paid to lie.
What a baby.
Again, Phil, did they get all those electronics at Walmart? If yes, or from Walmart. If yes, how is it a lie?
And hey, can you also get these electronics at Walmart? If they just go, hey, you can get these Beats by Dre headphones, and then you go to Walmart and like, we don't sell Beats by Dre. We don't have a partnership with that company. That's a lie. But if you can walk in there and get that monitor, and you see, and you like, hey, that monitor looks fly. I want it. Go to Walmart.
Are anybody that does an advertisement, are they lying? Any commercial, are you a liar?
Phil thinks they are.
Hey, my skin cleared up so much from Clear Seal. They don't use Clear Seal. You liar. You were paid to say something. And you did.
Phil has gripes, and he's got his foot in the ground, just like, I'm not moving from this spot. And there's no real reason. It's just, it's like you and feet. It's like, no, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
No. They're just lying.
And you have now made it in business to lie. And I don't care about you.
You have made it a business to lie. No, they were paid. Hey, Walmart went, hey, do you want to advertise for Walmart for this amount of money? Absolutely. Hey guys, Walmart is great. Hashtag ad. I was paid to say this. My God, these liars and these pieces of
They were paid to say this.
Yes, I was. I'm telling you I was.
And I'm not kidding. These are some of the biggest, most prominent content creators out there.
Pause. So you're not naming names, but you're saying they're biggest and prominent content creators out there. So you're narrowing it down quite a lot to large content creators who have been recently sponsored by Walmart. Why not just say names at that point? Because he's a coward.
He's a coward.
Who are doing this kind of shit on a daily basis.
Daily basis, every day. Ninja's just like Walmart, no Target, no Walgreens.
All I know is Pepsi paid me most recently, so tastes better.
Christmas season, and you're going to spam my fucking Twitter feed?
Pause. What does it matter if... Look at this screenshot. But what does it matter that it's Christmas, Phil? It means nothing that it's... Would it be better if it was on Halloween? Would you have 0.5 less of a problem with it on Halloween?
4th of July, it's just like, oh, I got my electronics at Walmart. Of course, they're going to ramp up advertisement during Christmas. That's when the highest ad dollars come in. Phil, you see an uptick in your ad dollars specifically for this. Phil, turn off your monetization. Because you don't care about
Christmas.
whatever's going in front of your videos. Somebody is advertising through your stream and you're getting paid for it. But you don't. Do you use those products? Do you drive a Maserati or whatever is advertising on your Phil, yes or no? Then turn it off.
You're a content creator. You're supposed to be someone who's respected. Someone who's
They are
My
respected.
goodness. So
Actors are respected and they go, hey, here's some hair dye for you.
So once you do an ad, you are instantly no longer respected. You can't be both respected and do an ad. That's how Phil thinks.
supposed to be someone who's respected. Someone whose opinion is valid. Not...
In my opinion, Walmart is a great place to shop. Oh, but you got paid for that. After the payment. Yeah, no, I still think it's a great place. I got with them because I truly love Walmart. And Shield.
An ad is not an opinion.
Ad is not an opinion.
You're advertising junk to me. Like,
how's it junk? Can you get electronics at Walmart at a reasonable price? Absolutely.
No, but he has a big problem with Walmart because he's just like all of the stuff at Walmart
Of course,
is low quality
all
stuff.
he's going is to and Fred Meyers is somehow spending $600 a week.
every other fucking ad on TV, every pop-up ad on the internet. You are fucking so ridiculously disingenuous when you do that shit.
How's it disingenuous if they're saying they got paid for this?
He's just trying to make it seem, I don't know what he's actually doing because he's not even saying anything really why it's a bad thing. It's just me no like because it's not honest. It's not to my taste. Okay, Phil, don't do your shield tweets, your ad tweets. You don't do it. Let other people do it.
Oh, dude, they're killing them in stream chat. They're killing them. This is so bad. Why do you think Walmart is only for a certain class of fit people? Twitter does that anyway. LR has no big prominent streamers. There's a huge niche for roguelites. Twitter is terrible. Everybody goes to Walmart. It's all about making money, content shillings. Don't your YouTube videos have ad on them?
Oh my
Cringe.
goodness.
It's a quick ignore.
My YouTube feed is also filled every day with stuff I don't want. It's a quick ignore. But no, Phil needs to rant and rave.
Block. Hey, I'm a content creator and I got paid to say Walmart is great. Walmart is great. Block.
Hey, why isn't anybody collabing with me? You done blocked them.
When you do that shit, you've completely destroyed your credibility. When you do...
No, you destroy your credibility when you shield something without showing that you were paid to do so.
Yes.
Like all those meme coins and stuff like MILF token. Where it's just like, no, 3 weeks later, I got paid for that. I hope y'all ain't buy into it. That's when you lose your credibility. Oh, we're going to go to the moon with this. Oh, I got out on time. I hope y'all did too.
Do that shit. When you take the paycheck,
The second you take a paycheck, your opinions are invalidated. You're not a true gamer. You're only in it for the money.
Respect down.
Phil, have you never taken a paycheck to get a game early? Or have you never received a game early to play it early?
He did.
Free.
Fallout 4.
So Phil, what's the difference here?
about that. Never ever. Look at the very few times that I've ever accepted.
Oh, I've never been about that. Look at the few times I've done that.
That's the problem with absolutes. Never ever did that. Except for these few times that I did that. So why did you just say you've never been about that life when you did it? But now you have to somehow excuse your muff in ads. I did it the right way. They're doing it the wrong way. I'm not about that. I'm about this way of doing the ads.
Opportunity, right? Loot Crate, where after doing it for 2 years, they kicked me out of the program because no one was buying Loot Crate under my affiliate code because I kept saying that their boxes sucked because they did. Right?
No, you didn't.
No, you did. Oh, this is straight up a lie.
That is not.
It was after the fact where you were like, oh no, they sucked when they went out of business and when you knew there was no more chance for advancement of money. Phil, you were clapping hard for them.
It's an interesting mix. If anything, the only one I won't be using is the code from this pin because I don't play Battleborn. Played the beta, didn't really like it too much.
Okay, there's one thing that I won't be using
He
from
said
this.
it's an interesting mix.
Hello, everyone.
Best crate so far.
Welcome.
So I'm not even going to go into that. Bandwagon crate. Best one ever again in Oh wait, are those the same? No.
No. Best crate so far, question mark.
And this one's DSP Vlogs archive. Oh, it's retired. Oh, wait.
I think that's his original one. No, it can't be.
That's weird. Is it? No, it is. Then what's that? Did somebody scoop up the name?
Maybe.
Oh no, it's just two separate ones. Okay, so there's two separate videos that have best crate ever.
Here, you know what? I should make it official. There you go. Now it's official that the yellow rubber band is also included in this Loot Crate, okay? Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. There's your complete Loot Crate picture right there. And the batteries right here, so you can see it came with batteries. Very nice. So, that is it for the January 2016 Loot Crate unboxing. If you enjoyed it, and like I said at the beginning of the video, but everything else fits. And if you are into aliens and sci-fi and big yellow rubber bands, this is a good Loot Crate for this month. So, Invasion.
If you're into it, then that's going to be for you. Clearly feels just like, yo, I'm not into this. One more, last one.
Yeah.
So that is it for the October 2014 Loot Crate. Again, for those who are interested, and by the way, I told you, I paid for this out of pocket. This is not me advertising for them. This is just a cool...
Oh, dude, you're a liar.
Doing.
This is
If
advertising.
you get the 6-month trial, it's like $11 to $12 a month. If you only get 1 or 2 months, it could be upwards of $20 a month. The comic, the collectible, pretty nice stuff in there for that amount of money. The t-shirt's kind of neat. I might actually wear it. It's kind of silly, right? Cats form like a skull. It's kind of silly.
Phil,
So that is...
where is the stuff sucks?
Dude.
Oh, it's the Pikachu hat!
Oh, he got it from Loot Crate. Oh, no.
So, Phil, this is revisionist history again.
That's what I mean. Those are the things I get. Or, there's some of the things that I do. If I'm going to accept any kind of a product, I tell the company, listen, you give me the product. I'm going to review this product honestly. I'm not going to kiss your butt, man. If the product's good, I'm going to say it's good. If there's things I don't like about it, I'm going to say it. And every company that's ever given me a product to try has accepted that. Okay? And I'm glad, but then again, they're few and far between, and usually once that goes through, then people harass that company and it all goes away anyway. I mean, that's just what happened last year with Hori. That's what happened many years ago before that with other products, you see? So, for me, when I see...
Hey, didn't they quit then? Couldn't they not take it then? Why aren't you calling them out?
These content creators becoming paid advertisements, it's like a laughingstock to me.
Phil,
Okay, Phil.
You received a controller and went, this is awesome. If you like it, please support them and go to the website.
You said this.
Phil,
It's a joke.
we're not mentioning
but the
that.
sad part is the joke's on me. Because people are dumb and actually still watch their content, think it's real, and send the money.
Money!
The content is real,
Yes.
Phil. What's not real is them saying Walmart is great because they were paid to say that. Now, maybe they do feel Walmart is great, but they put up front that they were paid to say the things in this tweet. So it's up to the individual to take it as they will take it. The content itself is the content. Are they making faux content, Phil? Like, what are you talking
He's already
about?
said stuff was fake content, so apparently.
So all I have to say is thus. I'm going to summarize this because we're going very long here. I want to get the shout outs and everything.
Pause. I'm going to summarize this. 30 minutes left.
When you watch someone on the internet who creates content, that's free. Free content. You're not paying for the content. It's free content. Okay? You have to understand something. Just because it's free doesn't necessarily mean anymore that it's genuine. It doesn't mean that that person has passion for what they're doing. It doesn't even mean that that person's real. Just being honest. At this point,
Phil, you could be talking about yourself, sir.
Yes. And you're saying such random nebulous things that it's going to apply to some people, but who cares? You're just going to look out for people who aren't real, who aren't genuine. Okay, whatever.
content creation on the internet has become more of a profitable business venture than something that people do because they're passionate about it and they didn't have.
Pause. Can it be both?
Can it be both? Phil, is it both for you? Because you make over $100K a year.
But he started 10 years ago, and that's different.
Yeah, he was passionate back then.
Back then.
When 10 years ago, when he first started, he wasn't making any money. And then 10 years ago, he started making money. And, the passion stayed up. But then eventually, it just started to wane. I honestly feel like his move is what hurt him the most. In terms of profitability, in terms of relationships, in terms of his mental state, and in terms of his content. Because you no longer have Rambo and Howard.
Friends from the Street Fighter community.
You've pretty much ostracized everybody with your move.
Family, no family out there. Nobody out there. And you're
he
not
doesn't-
interested in knowing anybody.
He can't even go out and just meet some people. Like, what are you doing? I don't need friends.
I don't need them.
I don't need additional relationships or something like
I
that.
got my wife, I've got my cat, and I've got you guys. That's all I need.
Hey, I love our fans. I need my friends.
A production budget to share their passion or their expertise anymore. This isn't 13 years ago YouTube.
Hey, people are still sharing their passion and expertise.
Absolutely.
Lindsay Ellis was passionate and spoke very well and had some credibility in analyzing the things she analyzed.
If not,
Was she not passionate because she also made a lot of money from it?
If it wasn't for the emotes, we wouldn't be monetized at all. I wouldn't care about it. I just want the emotes. It's about the passion. It's about the fun.
I want as much fan. I want to pay these artists to do for the channel for logos and all types of. This pays for itself. That's my mindset.
This is 2021, now heading into 2022. This is now big business. This is, watch this free content and consume as a result of it.
Consume what, Phil? Walmart?
Whatever they're advertising, because everybody's advertising something, and you gotta.
Every time I go to a stream, it's just an advertisement.
Yep. Hey, this content creator that I like is shilling cannabis. I don't smoke. I don't partake in cannabis, but I guess I just gotta do it because I gotta consume.
I know Panda Global, their sponsors are things like Funimation and that type of stuff. So the streamers have to put Funimation and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. If you want to say that's an advertisement, it doesn't mean they're just like, yo, Funimation is great every 13 minutes in the video. Yo, did you see the new Funimation dub of this and that? No, Funimation's there. Oh, yeah, okay, Funimation sponsors Katana Prime. Cool. Shrug shoulders.
How dare an adult try to make money for themselves by promoting something? That is by a muff in they're a member.
Named Chicken Man. Guys, you are not allowed to make money any way possible. I support Burnell Enterprises over those corporate shields.
Okay,
But won't continue Halo if you don't make the tip goal. Wow. If Phil just played the same pre-recorded podcast every day, will we even notice?
Oh, that's messed up. That's not cool.
Couldn't Phil just record this rant once and play it over every couple weeks? It would save a lot of time.
That's what it's become now. All right? And I mean this. Anyone who you see out there who is saying, oh, this whole video is a paid advertisement, hashtag ad, or, oh, I got a game.
Pause. Phil, the Assassin's Creed stream
Was that?
was that. You've done games.
And you were turned up a little bit for that one. You were a little bit more positive than you would have been. A little less harshly negative than you would have been. Oh, this is kind of a grind, guys. You would have been like, this is constant grinding, my God.
But I can't say anything about the game in my content because there's a review embargo. So all I'm going to do is sit here and play the game and act like I like it for 2 weeks.
No, not act like I like it. Sit here and play the game.
Ooh,
Can't
boy.
talk about liking it. Can't talk about disliking it.
Even though the game's a piece of dog shit, please buy the game. You know,
Even pause.
Please buy the game.
The
Who said-
caveat is that the game is a piece of crap. There are no good games that come out and people advertise them before release date. There's none of that. They're just piece of crap games like the one that I was right about.
you have to be careful. You do. About what you're watching and what you support. And here's the perfect example why. I'm going to give you 2 really good examples why. All right?
Here's the perfect example. Here's 2.
I want you to look at Fortnite and I want you to look at GTA Online. All right? Respectively, there is nothing wrong with either Fortnite or GTA Online. In their own rights, they are virally popular gaming sensations.
Can we stop saying virally popular?
No, it's in Phil's lexicon.
It's
That's
over.
in there forever.
They are games that have a huge following, a social following, bajillion-dollar profit. They
Money.
really are sensationally, amazingly huge dynamos in the gaming industry. I am not here to say a negative word about either of those games.
You said it.
However,
for both.
What I am here to say is take a look at what happened as a result of the popularity of those games. When Fortnite went virally popular, even though there had been all these Battle Royale games that had come before it, when Fortnite became so profitable and popular, what happened? Every fucking game put out a Battle Royale mode. Every fucking game. Entire franchises that used to be based on a different kind of gameplay changed their franchises to be Battle Royale.
Phil, weren't you saying earlier that because you did a thing that other people should also be doing that thing? Because you're sticking it out even through all the stresses, they should have to too, or they should be able to do it too. But now you're admonishing in games for going, wow, that's really popular. Let's also do that. How do you not understand how contradictory you are? In this hour diatribe, you have contradicted yourself within minutes, within seconds sometimes.
It's Phil. He's not thinking about that. That was back then, and it's just words just coming.
To profit. Look at Call of Duty, where the focus no longer is on the competitive play, but on the Battle Royale mode of Warzone, right? Can we all agree?
No, we can't agree. What's the evidence for that? Do they still put out a regular multiplayer in their games? Absolutely, regardless of if you liked it or not. And you don't even know if it's any good, Phil, because you didn't play it.
Someone says, once again, if it works in sales, then it works in sales.
That's the case. What happened to Call of Duty? Right? It became Battle Royale now. No one really even talks about the standard multiplayer, which used to be the only thing that was Call of Duty. Now it's
Now there's another mode that people like more.
Yeah,
but
there's no
people
problem
still
with that.
play the in multiplayer.
And you say people don't talk about it, then who are you polling? Who are you talking about? Can you not find games in multiplayer? What's going on?
all about just Warzone, right? Now let's look at GTA Online.
Okay, what's the point he's going to?
You gotta watch out what you're supporting, because if you do support it, then that's gonna become what everybody wants and what everybody wants to do, and the market is gonna get oversaturated with.
But it worked. People did want it.
But Phil doesn't agree with it.
And with GTA, he's probably going to go, because of GTA Online, we've only had one GTA this generation, when before we'd have 3 or 4.
And they're not focusing on Bully 2 and...
Here's the thing. Grand Theft Auto 4 came out for the 360 and the PS3. There was no other GTA that generation. So what the is he talking about? It's not back in the PS2 days when you could just reuse assets and have those blocky textures and pump out 4, 5, 6 GTA games in a generation and just shrug your shoulders.
It's a big game.
It's way different. Production values are stupid different.
Okay? There's nothing wrong with GTA Online. The thing that's wrong is that because GTA Online became so virally popular and so profitable for Rockstar, that Rockstar decided we're just not going to care about anything else anymore, right? We're not going to make any expansions for GTA 5. We're not going to work on GTA 6. We're not even...
You don't know if they're working on GTA 6, Phil. What are you talking about? And
He's got no knowledge about that.
And the reason for expansions in the past was for further money for GTA. Now the further money is coming from online, so they're not going to do expansions.
going to put effort into making Red Dead Online any good. We're not going to put...
What?
Because he couldn't do Suicide Kings.
Not even going to put effort into making Red Dead Online any good.
So because GTA Online is so good, Red Dead Online, because who even cares?
Yep.
Why even make the product then? The issue was you can't do the ridiculous things in Red Dead that you can on GTA. You can't have an assault rifle because it's not of the times. So what are you going to buy with all your money? What are you going to do with all your money? You can't have a sports car. You can't buy a blimp. You got a fancy horse. It's not the same type of thing. So it's not going to get the same amount of content because it simply cannot handle it unless you do something like Undead Nightmares from the Red Dead Redemption, and you make a zombie mode, and then you just start getting ridiculous with it. Oh, we've got aliens now, blah, blah, blah. It's online, who cares? Unless you start doing that stuff, if you want to keep this realistic, what can they do? Oh, in carbine rifle, I'm shooting once every 6 seconds. Okay, cool.
We're not going to put any effort into a definitive edition trilogy remaster of our classic GTA.
That has nothing to do with the GTA Online team. It's different teams. They outsourced it to somebody else.
No, it's just Rockstar, and they work on everything. There is a team of 10 people, and then they put one person on the definitive edition and 9 people over there on online.
We're just going to re-release GTA 5 7,000 times and keep milking it and just roll in the dough. You know? People were so excited for games like Bully 2 and
Bully 2 was canceled before it.
Shrug.
And what happened? That Rockstar has fallen apart and become GTA Online, the company. What?
Is that why they put out Red Dead Redemption 2, Phil?
Why? Because the game was virally popular and made so much money.
Virally popular.
And some people are, well, there's nothing wrong with that. You may think that, but here's the problem.
Come on.
Look at the game industry as a whole now.
Yep.
How many companies just copy other companies trying to make money by copying their formula?
They've done that forever.
That's just a thing.
Hey.
That's a thing in any industry. Look at the chicken sandwich race that was going on.
It was never a race. We know who the winner was there. I don't know why they competed.
Oof.
Which is exactly what happened with Fortnite. Copy the Battle Royale, try to make money rather than make anything meaningful or even artistic or original. Just
anything meaningful or artistic. Are you telling me that any battle royale cannot be meaningful and it cannot be artistic? Originality is nothing, because even PUBG's battle royale was not original because it was done before. MAG originally had like 52 players at once during the PS2 era. It was literally called Massively Assault Game or something, Massive Online Game or something like that. What are you talking about, Phil? Originality is not actually a thing like that. People don't just go, wow, because the idea of a shooter, okay, cool, let's make a shooter where there's a lot of people and one person is left standing.
Okay.
It's a derivative of the shooter genre. What can there be?
And pace to try to make a profit, right? Look at GTA Online. It's the only thing Rockstar cares about now, and all the other stuff has gone by the wayside for how many years, and now we get no good games out of that company anymore, right?
Was GTA 5 a good game? Was Red Dead Redemption 2 a good game? Phil, we do. The problem is they just canceled Bully 2 on their own.
And we don't know the reason.
We have no idea the reason. Oh, GTA Online's making too much money. We don't ever need to do anything ever again. These games cost a lot of money and take a lot of time. We don't know why they're canceled. Maybe the plan just wasn't going through. Things get canceled.
So you're saying before Battle Royales, companies didn't copy each other to make a successful product? Nothing has changed.
Right? So, if you have issue with that, if you don't like that every game is Battle Royale and that Rockstar basically faded into obscurity except for GTA Online, do you see why? Because people supported so much.
Yep, I knew.
No, okay. GTA Online has not faded into obscurity. They just released a critically acclaimed game in Red Dead Redemption 2. What are you talking about, Phil?
He's talking about they're not making the things that he wants them to make.
Who cares if Call of Duty now has a battle royale? Do they still have a multiplayer and a single player game?
No, but nobody's talking about it.
Who talked about the single player before? Unless it was fantastic like Black Ops. Who talked about the multiplayer unless it was tremendous or horrendous?
Phil did.
People talked about Ghosts. Anymore. People talked about Ghosts and they talked about Modern Warfare. They didn't talk about they didn't talk about Advanced Warfare like that. It's middle of the pack.
Practice so much.
What bad practice?
The bad practice of
battle royales?
Of copying each other and not innovating or anything.
It is an innovation. That's the point of it.
I'm just saying what Phil is saying.
Phil is an idiot, so don't say what he says.
You have to be careful with what you spend money and time on.
Phil, people spend money and time on you. They should not be.
Absolutely not. You don't deserve it.
What do you do that's worth $300 a day plus whatever super chats and advertisements you get from streams?
In this world, because even though you might say, oh, it's innocent, it's harmless, let them have their fun, but that becomes what the industry focuses on now. All right?
The industry focus is always going to shift. Before, Call of Duty was stupid popular, so a bunch of people tried to make shooters. The Wii was super popular, so we got Kinect and PlayStation Move.
Motion control.
Things are always going to try to copy each other to play off of the popularity of that thing. And that's not an issue as long as we're still getting good product. If you got 13 awful battle royales, then there would be an issue. What's up? Yeah, okay, that's fine. I got it over. I told you could do that anytime. You ain't gotta let me know.
That's my cover? No, it's my cover. Why would it be your...
Did you were just in your room, Chris?
No, I got this. I got a way covered, so it looked like that.
Oh, okay, Chris. Thanks.
Man, all right, I'm sorry. Damn, I hate this.
If the most prominent content creators on the internet are paid shills, there will only be paid shills in the future.
Pause. No, there won't be.
Is there
what
only...
do you have the...
Is there only battle royales? Is GTA 5 the only Rockstar game? Both of those are no, Phil.
The most popular cookie is an Oreo. Are all cookies just cream with chocolate sandwich? No.
I think Coke is the most popular pop. Does that mean all pops are gonna be colas? No, Phil.
Absolutely no one else will ever be able to get noticed.
Okay, so fighting games won't be able to get noticed.
Unless
racing
you got
games.
hashtag ad on your in stream, you're never gonna get noticed.
It's all just battle royale stuff. Nothing else.
Every person who puts out content of gaming will be paid to say a game is good. Or
Do you see this slippery slope bull crap? This is unbelievable. Just
Is
because
it?
somebody took a paid advertisement, now it's just like, well, everybody's gonna do it, and nothing's gonna be honest.
The most popular content creators do it, so eventually Oh yeah! They put out Rage 2 as well! Wait, was that Rockstar? I can't remember. No, I think that was Bethesda.
a hashtag ad that will become the industry if you allow it to. If you support these people, if you basically make it that the norm, then that will be all you see. Do you understand? Like, I urge you, I really do. I urge you when you're watching a content creator. And by the way, I'm not saying only support me. There's a ridiculous amount of people out there who have passion and love for the industry and for what they do.
Who are
They're
they,
lifelong
Phil? You don't
gamers
know
who
anybody.
tell
You don't
comes
talk to
through in their
anybody. You don't
content.
watch anybody.
And by the way, most of them don't have 1 million subs. Most of them don't have thousands of viewers. Most of them aren't rolling in.
So, money. So, only the people who got the 1 million subs and stuff like that, they're the ones without passion. And everybody under 1 million, they got the passion.
Advertisements and
Over 1 million shills.
promotional opportunities. All right? These people deserve more. And instead, what I see is people just piling on to what's already popular. For what? Right? For what?
Pause. Like face cams, like green screens, like live capture, like the things that you co-opted, Phil. What about those bandwagons that you hopped on?
Like KO Gaming was trying to hop on the trend of edited videos and all that stuff.
Oh, whoops.
Watch their content and tell me they're doing anything better or different than anyone else besides, oh, they have the views.
Pause.
Okay.
Okay, so watch anybody and tell me, are they better or worse than anybody else? Okay, Phil.
There's more than likely
What do you want?
somebody better than everybody out
Yes.
there. What does that mean?
It's all just luck.
It's all luck. And
Somebody getting in Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship does not mean that they're going to get more views on their video. It's just an ad.
Right? That's what I mean. Like, the moment, and I mean this, the moment that I see hashtag ad from a content creator on Twitter is click block for me. I don't ever want to see another fucking thing out of them at all. Because the moment that you told me that you're going to waste my time to advertise a fucking product that you did not buy, you don't care about, it's obvious you're accepting a paycheck for something and you're being completely disingenuous.
of course they're accepting a paycheck. They told you they were.
Yes.
Being
It's not a
disingenuous is advertising it without letting you know they were paid for it. Phil.
That's the moment that I don't have to ever listen to you ever again because you've shown me that you're a shill. And you're not worth my time. My time's way more valuable than to be
it's
talked
not.
to as someone to consume. You know what I mean?
Okay, boss.
Phil, you advertised that share before you got the share.
Before.
Had your link up and everything.
Get it. That's a good place to stop. I'm fading.
Yeah, there we go. He sucks.
This vaccine.
Oh yeah, the vaccine.
Oh boy.
The Boost Boys. Not as bad as the second.
No, but
Still hitting.
yeah.
All right, we're out of here.
I was just like, oh.
For people that hate our field content, you're not this far in the video. You're not gonna hear this part, but we're doing regular revisited as well, so don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we'll be back.